So, as you can see, we've got our options up here. We've got the internet, we've got messaging, gallery, music, we've even got the BBC iPlayer. If you've got Wi-Fi, this phone is brilliant. I have to say, if you want to do web stuff, or just if you're a person that texts a lot and likes to browse the web, i.e. a bit geeky, this phone is brilliant for that. And the fact that it's touchscreen obviously helps. It's not quite as iPhone savvy. It's not quite of, hey, look at me, look at my GUI, I am brilliant. This is more kind of very basic in comparison. But at the same time, every feature that the iPhone has, this does better. Period. Other than the GUI, obviously. Other than the graphic user interface and the fact that it has Safari, everything else on this phone is better than what the iPhone offers. It's got a better camera. It vibrates when you text. The texting options are fantastic. If you don't like one, you will find one else that matches your style. I'll go into the messaging now, and I'll even show you. I'm a texter, so this was obviously a key feature for me. How easy is it to text on a touch phone? And you know, the problem is with the touch screen phone is that you have to kind of try it out, to be honest. That's the only real way you're going to get a feel as if you like the phone and whatever. And obviously there's always the thing of, you know, after a day or so you just get used to it. Now my last phone was a Nokia N70, which basically required you to use just your fingernail to tap buttons because you couldn't use your thumb. And I'm 6'4", I have large chubby fingers, as you can see. And so I was delighted that this came with a nice T9 typical numeric pad, and it's very easy to type what you want here. You kind of end up still using your thumbs, not your thumbs, your fingernails if you want best results, but this is still really good. And the great thing is, obviously, this works on its side. And of course, it takes a few seconds just to load there, because it's slow and it's typical whenever I'm recording. And the same controls again, but it's widescreen. And it's really, really useful. There's obviously some different ones. There's the full QWERTY keyboard, which I will attempt to select for you now. Oops, sorry, I was off screen there. As I said, I am actually holding up the camera with my hands, so it's a bit shaky and all the rest of it. So this is your QWERTY keyboard that's also very responsive. How are you? I'm not going to actually type for you, but it is very responsive. Some of the keys are questionable in where they're placed, like that big arrow there. Well, the one under the two arrows. That means to go back, right? That one down here means to go down a line. So it starts on the next line. Now, I would have thought that one there, obviously ignoring the symbol, but based on the positioning of where it is on the phone, that one should be the back button, and the one at the top should be the one for the spacing. Seeing as you are just texting, you don't really space much. You use the back button for when you fuck up a word. But no, yeah, that's cool. Then you've got the keyboard, which I just can't use. I can't imagine anyone really considering this one. You know, it's just not very good. It's a really small, tiny little touchpad, like the full QWERTY, but it's just so small. You can move it about and all the rest of it. You know, like this. And wherever you want. It's great because you can see your message at the side there, but it's just so small to use. It's a nightmare. I mean, okay, you can get the stylus, and I will show you the stylus in just a second. You can get the stylus out, and that helps you select letters. But even wait, no one wants to use a stylus. Let's be honest. If you're looking at this phone, if you want this phone, you do not want to use the stylus. You want to use your finger. Sometimes when you're browsing the web, using the stylus isn't too bad, to be honest. But with texting, you expect to be able to use your thumbs, and stuff like this doesn't help. But the fact that the option's in there is great. So this is the stylus here. I'll just it's hidden nicely in the back of the phone. And then of course you've got this new one, which is I kind of think is more of a gimmick than anything else. I'm going to put the phone down here for a second. It's actually you can't actually see, can you? Well, there's actually a kind of white text box here, and you can write anything you want. Again, it's kind of done with a stylus you need here, but I haven't got a stylus with me, so I'm just going to use a pen. And you write what you want, and it's meant to come out. Now, I haven't trained this up. It does work. If you type in hello without joining up the letters, it will type in hello. But it's you have to go through a training course of it. Basically, it has to recognise your handwriting. So one, there's that takes some time. However, if you can't text, if you don't like using the whole predictive text, and you can't use a QWERTY keyboard because you're stupid, this is a really good thing. I can imagine this, to be honest, has only really been done for this has only been really done because of the Chinese market, and they need to do their symbols and all the rest of it. So I'll turn the phone the other way up, and let's exit this. So that's sending text messages. As you can see, it looks very clean. This isn't the default theme, as I've mentioned earlier. This is one I've downloaded. So let's get out of that. The web. This is a big part of this phone, in my opinion. It really is. I mean, it's competing against the Safari browser with the iPhone. Yes, there's others, but to be honest, the iPhone is the first phone really to get the web working. Anyway, as you can see here, this is the full page, not the mobile version. This is the full page of Google, which if we turn it aside, it looks a bit better, to be honest. Come on. Yeah, believe me, it doesn't always take this long to switch when you turn the phone and everything. It's just doing it for the sake of it. Just wants to annoy me, basically. So you can make this full screen, obviously. Oops, sorry, not in view. So then you have Google, and you drag around with your finger, and it goes where you want. It scrolls at a good speed and all the rest of it. When you want to enter text, click on the button, type in what you want, and it will search in seconds if you're on Wi-Fi. I mean, I haven't tried it with the other settings such as 3G and all the rest of it, but I'm sure that speeds aren't terribly bad. It's definitely the best mobile experience I've used. You can access, and this is important, this bit. You can access a hell of a lot more pages on this than you know, on even on the iPhone, because this not only supports Flash, it supports Java, which is essential for me. There's so many websites that you go on and Flash files won't play, or you can't comment in a box or whatever. Something won't work because one of those two things isn't included, which means, of course, because these two functions work, you can go to a certain web page that we all know very well. You can obviously set favorites, which is of course YouTube, and sometimes double tap, sometimes single tap, doesn't really matter. As you can see, there's a little progress bar there. You obviously can't see too well. I'll try and tighten up the brightness if I can. Oh, that's not helped. Okay, that should be slightly better for you to see. So this is the mobile version of YouTube that I've got on my screen. You can't see it. Don't try to. But I can load the desktop version, which I will try to show you. So there's the YouTube video there, and I'll just get that full screen for us. And there you go, it displays the flashed content and all of the files in this. All of the YouTube videos that you can scroll through here, they run full screen in aspect ratio, in the 16:9 aspect ratio widescreen, which of course is really good. I'm going to exit this now, which of course can be done very quickly, as you've just seen there. We've also got the action bar. There's this little button up here. You see that? That little white thing. Yeah, because at the top here it's a bit cramped, because you see you've got the Nokia sign up there. You can see more of the camera than you can of my Nokia. And then next to it you've got the speaker, then next to that you've got the flash, and then you've got a camera, which as of yet, unless you have the latest firmware, which by the way you can't just download whenever you want, it's not like an iPhone where everyone gets at the same time. This is Nokia, which means they have to do it by region and by model number and all this other crap, which means I've still got an older version of the firmware, which means transitions aren't quite smooth, internet stuff, general loading and things are still present, and there's a lot more bugs. Anyway, so this has got a front camera which can only be used for video recording at the moment for me, so I can't even take pictures of myself, not that I want to, which is a bummer. But anyway, below that you've got this button. Click the button and this lovely little thing down the side here just pops up. Music, pictures, share your video, World Wide Web, and just clicking on any one of these will instantly take you to those whatever desired feature you're after. So let's find some music. If anyone is interested in music, by the way, I mean this is called the Nokia 5800 Xpress Music. So let's play some music. Let's play some Guns N' Roses. just to test this out, Paradise City. If you don't like Guns N' Roses, well, fuck you. Runs landscape.